Good morning, welcome back to G&H Honey Bees. It is the 17th of February 2025 and we've been through some horrendous weather. We've gone from a moderate, mild, wet winter to -8 to -8, -7 degrees Celsius because we had an Arctic outflow sticking over top of us. But the temperatures now come back up and it's about 9 to 10 degrees Celsius, which is around 50 Fahrenheit. And a couple of days ago I checked on the nuke that I had sitting over here, and they had eaten every bit of honey that was in those 3 boxes. Because there were three nuke boxes high. I thought they had enough honey and protein to go through the entire winter, but I was wrong. They starved out, so they are no longer there. This middle box here, which was a single medium, they were also on the verge of dying out because they had eaten from about the 6th frame from the right, 6th frame from the left over completely over to the left hand side, and they were all clustered in the very front, eating what was left of the honey that was in the last outside frame. So I put them into this nuke. There's 6 full frames of honey in there and pollen patty, so hopefully that will keep them going. But that's got me worried about the big boxes, because there's a big cluster in this colony over here, and there's a good cluster in this box here. And I'm afraid they might have eaten through all their food stores. I do have honey frames to put in there, so I'm going to open them up and check. Now, the only other thing I've been able to do, about 5 days ago now, I guess, I got a shipment of Hive Alive patties. And 4 days ago, I guess it is now, I took the sugar feeders out of the inner covers of the 2 big boxes, and I put these patties on the top. And I just had a quick peek under the patties yesterday, and the bees are just going nuts on them. So, but that doesn't tell me if they have honey or not. So what I want to do is get you over here as close as I can. Just have a quick look here. See if they're making any heat. Well, that's good. They're at 16 degrees Celsius on the inside, so that's good. Now, it's not cold enough right now to hurt them if I crack the lid open, but I gotta check and see what their honey stores are like. So they're making some headway on that patty, but that's a small cluster now. So let's get that off of there. Start pulling frames. There's a wee bit. That one's just completely empty. There's a little bit in the middle there, but I'm going to replace it. That's got a good amount of honey. That frame is still pretty full. There's still honey in there. Well, there might be more bees in here than what I thought. Yeah, I'm sorry girls, but I gotta check. There's a good amount of honey in there. That's got a good amount of honey in it. I can tell by the weight. And these ones on this side look like they're still full. That feels full. Yeah, alright, so we have to replace one frame. That's better than I thought. So there's a full frame of honey that I'm just going to stick in this side. But the pollen patty that was on here is gone. Center that up again. Where did I put that? So I'm going to put this little piece of pollen patty right in there next to the cluster. You can have that. Put that back on there. Now I want to fix a couple of things. Because I have burlap bags on top of that patty, get down in there. Yeah, the hole in the center of this lid is a little bigger than... Go on down in there. Get in there. Alright. So, I don't know if you can see or not, but I put a piece of plywood underneath this. I have these things, I'll show you. I made these up here, and these go up into the hive alive to help hold the bag up. But because I have burlap on top of that, I don't want it pressing down on the burlap. So I made these frames up. Just like so. I'm just going to put that over top of the patty, and that will keep the burlap from pressing down on that too much. So we're good here. So let me get the burlaps back in there, and I'll close them up, and then we'll go look at the other box. Alright, so this is the other the other big colony, and I've got the burlaps out of there. One thing, you can see they've already eaten through quite a bit of that patty in the middle. I just want to do a... Wow, 33 degrees Celsius. That's a lot of heat in there with them bees. I don't even know where to start here. Look at all them bees in here. And they still have a bit of pollen patty. But, come on girls. I know, I know. That feels light. There's a bit in there, not much. You see honey in this next frame. Oop. Put you down here. There's honey in the middle. Lots of honey on that frame. That's heavy. That's got honey in it. I'm just going to move these over. It looks like they've still got lots of honey for the time being. Wow, there's a healthy population in here. Find your way back in. So we're going to give them a bit more protein. That over there. Now you can see, yeah, they've got a few of them squished in there. You can see how they've eaten up into that, but that plastic piece is holding the bag up. So I'm just going to do the same thing here. I got a girl right on the lens. Come out of there. Put that right over top of that. And that will keep the burlap from pressing down on that bag. So now to get these girls back together. I'm gonna light my smoker and smoke them down a little bit because there's a lot on the rim. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I've got them all back together without too much fuss. And the bees have all gone back in the front, the ones that were up and flying. And so my two big colonies seem to be okay. And we'll just periodically have a check on them and see how they're doing. I have no idea what the weather's going to be like from now on. You see, I haven't fixed that lid yet, but it's undercover. There's no need to worry too much about it right at the moment. I'll fix it later on in the spring. So anyway, there's no telling what the weather's going to do anymore. We've got an atmospheric river bearing down on us, or Pineapple Express, if that's what you want to call it. And it's supposed to be pouring rain for the next 2 or 3 days, but it's going to be considerably warmer than what it has been. So anyway, that relieves some of my stress a little bit, or a lot actually. I was afraid after seeing this one nearly starving out because they moved away from the honey stores, and the little colony, the nuke at the far end, was completely dead because of lack of food. I was really worried about these 2 big boxes because of their populations. Because the population in here is not great. Population in that nuke wasn't great either. But, you know, I would have thought they would have gone through the stores a lot less quickly. But apparently not. So, anyway, that's all I've got for today. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you again on the next one. Bye for now.